What's up, guys? We back with another recap slash rant, man, of the Falcons versus the 49ers. Their final score was 28-14. The Falcons win this one. By the way, guys, this game. Hold on. First off, before I get into the game, shout out to my boy Matt Ryan over there in Indianapolis, making a franchise record for 42 completions in the game and passing Dan Marino for the 7th all-time on the passing list and having another game-winning drive to his career. So there we go right there. Shout out to my boy Matt Ryan. Y'all know I'm still a Falcons fan. I'm a Matt Ryan fan even though he's on the Falcons, but I am still a Falcons fan. You already know what I'm talking about. But shout out to them over there. It's funny now that we have the same record. Well, actually we don't have the same record. They're 3-2. We are 3-3, and they had that one tie. So anyway, 28-14. This game was nuts, bro. This game I was actually nervous going into it. I was like, man, what happened last year? Kyle Shanahan. We got destroyed last year against him and Dan Quinn last year. So I was like, man, I don't know if we're going to win this one. But some 49ers had some guys out. We had some guys out. And like I told y'all the other time, it's always coming up to the next man up. And this game, the next man really showed. Marcus Mariota, even though people were talking crazy about him, he was 13 for 14, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns. I like Mariota, but this wasn't one of them games where I'm like, oh my gosh, Mariota did amazing. Like, even though it's like, the commentator was really hyping this man up, but he did have 2 touchdowns. I can't get mad at that. 2 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. So from me looking at it, it didn't seem like he did crazy, but on the stat sheet, it shows that he did crazy. So thank you, Marcus Mariota, for not fumbling in the red zone for the 6th week in a row. He did it every other week besides this week. Good stuff. Way to actually do the read option in the red zone and score a touchdown. It's about time. He showed this game the reason why we got him. And I fully believe it. I told y'all, every single week, it seemed like he was second-guessing himself. This game, it seemed like he stuck with what he was trying to do in the first place. He trusted his talent, and he went out there and he balled out. So, good stuff to Marcus Mariota, man. Like I said, I respect you. I like you. We cool, man. Hopefully, one day, I will love you as a player. You know what I'm saying? So, good stuff, Marcus Mariota. Glad you didn't mess up. I don't think he threw no pick or nothing like that. He didn't fumble no ball, so good stuff like that. Definitely his best game on the team so far, in my opinion. I told y'all, if it came down to him needing to pass, I don't know if we would win the game, but he did what he needed to do. Now, the player of the game to me on offense was this man, Caleb Huntley. That man was running. He runs hard, man. I like this big dude. I like that he let him run on the outside as well. Good stuff by him. Great player. I told you he should have made the initial roster when we first started the season, but I'm glad somebody somewhere noticed that he was still in the practice squad with all that talent, and they brought him up when CP got hurt and stuff like that, or even before CP got hurt. And he's out there playing his best game. And then obviously that Algier, I don't know how to say his name, Algier. He did good too, 15 for 51. Marcus Mariota had 6 for 50, so he actually balled out in the running game. So I guess Mariota, for some reason, I didn't see it, seeing it, but when I really think about it, Marcus Mariota balled out this game. Told y'all, Olamide Zaccheaus gave him the ball a lot more in the game, and he will produce the first, or what, I think it was the second or third play of the game. Big completion and good stuff. This man is averaging a lot per game, if y'all haven't noticed, or per catch. So Olamide Zaccheaus, keep using this man. I don't have to say that every single week. Just use him. I told you, he's a talent. He's a very underrated guy. Use this man. He still holds that record for the longest receiving touchdown on the Falcons. Like I said, he broke that record, I believe, 2 years ago. So just think about that for a second. The longest receiving touchdown in Falcon history. So there you go. Drake London, it seemed like he's doing like, he has a whole bunch of yards, but he doesn't. 3 for 40. That's what's crazy. Watching this game, watching every week, Drake London seems like he has like 100 yards, but he doesn't. And this game, it seemed like Mariota, he didn't have like the craziest thing, but his stats showed that he did. So yeah. Anyway, Kyle Pitts. What I will say, I actually heard something. I think it was Highlight Heaven. Shout out to Highlight Heaven. He said this was Kyle Pitts' first touchdown in the NFL in the United States. I think that's hilarious. That's funny to think about. And guess what? They actually finally used a big body tight end in the red zone. And Kyle Pitts and the other guy, what was his name? Pruitt, I heard he just came off the practice squad as well. Run reception for 2 yards and a touchdown. This is what I've been talking about for the longest. Use the big body tight ends in the red zone. That's all you have to do. It's simple. It's football. Even in Madden, before the season started, they gave this man red zone threat, but they usually never pass it to him in the red zone. This is what they should have been doing all the time. How they did with Tony, they should have been doing with this. I keep trying to tell you that every single time. Use this man in the red zone like how they did Tony. Go in the back of the end zone by the goalpost. There you go. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts. They still need to utilize this man a lot more. 3 receptions for 19 yards and a touchdown. That's terrible. I don't know what the heck they're doing with that. I don't know why this man is not getting more reps. But like I said, it seems like Arthur Smith respects Mariota. He likes Mariota. He's comfortable with him changing plays, obviously. I've never seen so many audibles in my entire life for a Falcons quarterback since Matt Ryan's first 2 years. But Mariota, since he came to the lineup, I see him adjust. He's audibling. He seems comfortable with his audibles. In this game, he's finally comfortable with his throwing. So, and his read options, he's comfortable with running. Because sometimes even when he used to run, he used to be like, oh, shoot, should I run? Shit, like, this take off, bro. So, anyway, it's good to see that this man is coming into his own. It's good to see us 3-3. Hopefully we can go 4-3 so we can have a winning record. But this game, it was definitely good. I would have been there, but my car messed up before I left. Shout out to my neighbor for seeing that my tire was messed up and I was leaking coolant, man. But we good, man. Let's see. But as far as the defense for us, Rashaan Evans. Oh, speaking of that, real quick. Y'all know I've been talking about Deion Jones the entire time. Every single week. Why is Deion Jones not playing? Deion Jones not playing. I guess, you know, they had something. He was on IR. He wasn't on IR. He's healthy, but he's not healthy. But he was playing in the preseason. Or, I don't know, some people saying he didn't want to be a Falcon or he wanted to be a Falcon, but they never paid him what he should have been paid, or they didn't think he was worth that much. And before this game, I didn't make a video on it, but he got traded to the Browns, if I'm not mistaken. Now, Deion Jones, probably one of my favorite Falcons. I loved when he was on his team. He was probably one of the hypest dudes on the defense as far as when you seen him make a play or when he caught the ball, when he made a big play. It was exciting for him to watch. It was like, you know, I don't think it was like a Asante Samuel level, like, oh, shoot, when he catch that pick. Pretty much, I guess you could say that he was like our Asante Samuel, even though Asante was on our team, but for a linebacker, he was like that guy that if he caught a pick, he was going to go for a touchdown pretty much. Like, probably 2 of his picks in his career wasn't touchdowns, but out of, I think it's like 6, I don't know how many picks he got, but like, I guess 4 out of 6 has been pick sixes. So, Deion Jones, man, it was great having him on the team. I have to put that out there because I wanted him to play so much this season. I didn't like that he was just sitting on the bench. And they say he was on IR, he wasn't, whatever. But he's one of those guys that you was happy to be a Falcon. Obviously, a guy would have definitely had a jersey for. And I wanted a jersey for, especially those red and black ones when we had beat New Orleans at the time when he jumped up in the back of the end zone. Great talent. Just wish he stayed healthy, and I wish he stayed on the team. But guys like Troy Anderson is really stepping up. That man is a monster. How he hawked down, I don't know if it was Debo. It was somebody he hawked down. Was it Debo? I don't know, but I forgot who it was. I think it was somebody on kick return or something like that. Good stuff for Troy Anderson. This man has a great future. I think he'll be like what Paul Warlow was. I still never realized why we got rid of Paul Warlow a long time ago as well. I know that guy was good. Paul Warlow was really good for us. If we had him and Deion Jones at around that time at the same time, that would have been great. Paul Warlow was great. He was great. And this man, Troy Anderson, I see a lot of that in him. I feel like this man can be like a Keith Brooklyn as well. Troy Anderson, he definitely has a bright future. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, he is number 44, I believe, on the team. Number 44. They ain't only show a number. I don't know. Oh, Abdullah, what the heck is this? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong dude. Yeah, he's 44. Okay. yeah, Troy. Yeah, Troy Anderson, number 44, yeah, linebacker for us. He had 6 tackles this game. Man is balling out. The person with the most tackles was Rashaan Evans. And, by the way, AJ Terrell got hurt this game, but shout out to that man, Hall, bro. D. Hall. It's funny we had a D. Hall. Darren Hall. That man came in. He made some great plays. 2 great plays. And he actually helped us a lot in this game. Eddie Terrell, great corner. I liked him ever since he came to the team. Hate to see him go, but that's what I was talking about. The next man standing up. He was hurt a little bit. He was holding his hamstring. He probably could have went back out there, but being a good coach as Arthur Smith is right now, being not necessarily a player's coach, but not a coach that's dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shoot, like we already good. Just let him rest so he can be healthy. You don't want the dude when you're basically one of the best corners in the league and the best corner on the team to go out there and hurt himself when basically the next man up can get some reps and get more experience and stuff like that. So shout out to that. I don't think we got no sacks today, man. So did we get any sacks? It don't look like it. Actually, we did, but they took it back because it was a holding penalty. But anyway, Jalen Hawkins, we got an interception. Isaiah Oliver got an interception. I told you about this man, Jalen Hawkins. I told you he's a high motor baller. I've been telling you this since he got drafted. You see, even when I played Madden, he was on my team. This man is a breakout player. I think that's how you call it. He's one of those guys that if you leave him, or not necessarily leave him, but if you put him on the field, he will produce every single time he's on the field. Young guy, like looking like he's ready to do something. And I don't know if we still got Marlon Davidson on the team or not. Did they release him? I just realized that because Marlon Davidson was one of those guys that have a high motor too. I would have to look this up right now. I don't know if he's hurt. I know if we let him go, that's kind of tough because that man was that dude. Is he still playing for us? Is he hurt or something? Okay, he on IR. Because I'm like, what the heck is this man in? Now, that man is a baller. I would love to see this man play a lot more, but he's on IR. So glad I looked it up because I'm like, I told y'all about this man putting his talent on the field, but if they hurt, they hurt. Obviously, make sure they're good, stuff like that. But right now, Grady Jarrett is probably having one of the best seasons of his career already. So yeah, Grady Jarrett is doing good. The D-line is doing good. The secondary is stepping up. And I'm glad to see how our team is really coming along. Dan Pease, he's coaching a lot better. I wish he would still be more aggressive with those blitzes because those blitzes, especially in the preseason, I know it was preseason, but he was going crazy in the preseason with blitzes. And even that first game against first game against the Saints, like the first quarter, the first half, and other games, be more aggressive, and you'll see that the results show because, you know what I'm saying, that's our game, so play our game. Don't be trying to change it up. Don't back up coverage. Don't do nothing stupid like that because that's how you get destroyed. That prevent defense never works. Like, just don't do stuff like that. Even, like, when people do Hail Marys, they throw it up anyway. But guess what? They don't have time to throw a Hail Mary if you run it in their face. So that's how I feel about it. So, yeah. Anyway, on the 49ers side, Jimmy Garoppolo, 29 for 41, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I told you to Isaiah and Jalen Hawkins. And rushing, they didn't really do nothing. 7 for 25 for Wilson. Jimmy Garoppolo had 3 carries for 11 yards. But Brandon Ayuk, that man, this was the game of 11s, to be honest. Like, Mariota was, throwing to this number, that number. It was going crazy. This game, it was a good game, this game. I liked it. And it would have been cool to be there, like I said, but you got to handle business sometimes. Brandon Ayuk, like I said, good stuff. 8 receptions, 83 yards, 2 touchdowns. That man was running fast. Like, even though he was only like 10 yards, 11 yards, it seemed like he was going full speed. Like, this man would just, like, even though it's like 10 yards, it's like he was already running like he fast. I don't even, like, he was already at his max speed right when he takes off. It's nuts to think about. And George Kittle, 8 receptions, 83 yards. Probably still my favorite tight end in the league right now, if I'm not mistaken. I told you my favorite tight end of all time is Dennis Pitta, but right now in the league, George Kittle, I like him a lot. I still like my boy Hayden Hurst over there. I wish we would have kept him. Austin Hooper was cool. Kyle Pitts, I like that he's I like that he's a Falcon, but he's not my favorite tight end. But George Kittle, I like his motor, I like his attitude. He's that guy. Deebo Samuel probably could have really went crazy on us, but I'm glad the defense contained him a little bit. He's one of those guys that can do everything as well. He's like how our CP Cordell Patterson is it him on the 49ers. That man is on another level. So I appreciate his talent as a football fan. Him and CP, just imagine if you have both of them in the backfield or both of them on the same team. That's nuts. You know, I would have been saying that if I was there, but I heard it through the TV. They was going nuts saying you check. And Fred Warner is a freaking great linebacker, covers linebacker, a run stopper. He can do it all. This man is definitely an X factor for any team he's playing against. So yeah. Anything else? I'm trying to think about anything. No, bro. Other than that, I mean, Nick Bosa wasn't playing; he was hurt. But other than that, man, like I said, 28-14. They 3-3, we 3-3. Kyle Shanahan, I don't know how he was received in the stadium because I know he probably would have got booed. I'm thinking he probably would have got booed for sure because the whole situation, y'all get it. The Super Bowl, he was with us and then he left us. I don't know why you just won't win a Super Bowl and then get that out. But I've noticed from this game, guys, from this game, I have come to realize that I like Arthur Smith a lot. And I say this. Arthur Smith is doing something that another Smith, Mike Smith, used to do. Arthur Smith doesn't mind taking the clock. Having time of possession is very important. And what I like about him, he's a little more aggressive than what Mike Smith was. I still believe Mike Smith is the best coach we ever had. But he's doing the similar stuff that what worked. Is having control of the clock, running the ball down your throat, and eliminating the mistakes. So, him playing against Kyle Shanahan, this is the type of guy that you would want in the Super Bowl. And it's funny, we had 28 and they had 14. That 28 is funny. But this is the guy that we need in the Super Bowl. Because if we're up, he's going to run the ball. And that's what I like about this. Like I said, if we have even though we had some times where we blown the lead or stuff like that, I hate even thinking about that. But in the Super Bowl, in this situation, I feel like he's learned enough in how he does his offense because it has changed from week 1 to now. I feel like we're a lot better now. I'd rather trust Arthur Smith being my offensive coordinator. But I think we still need some, what they call it, situational football decisions. But as far as what you're doing, the play calling, I feel like we'll be good with his play calling. His play calling is nice. Decision making, we got to work on that as a team as a whole, and we'll be all right. Special teams, by the way, shout out to Avery Williams. Even though they was like, your commentary was like, oh, he's dangerous with the football in his hands. I haven't seen Avery Williams ever did anything since I've been watching football. But he showed his butt off today. He did some good plays on special teams, so good stuff to him. Even in the run game, I forgot how many yards he had. Let me see real quick. He had 2 for 6. Well, he averaged 3 yards a carry. So, but for the kick return and stuff like that, he did a good job. Good stuff to him. Punt returns 2. 1 kick return for 28 yards. 2 punt returns for 48 yards. Average 24 yards of punt return. That's cool with me, man. Good stuff about him. So, yeah. So, shout out to everybody. Like I said, I like George Kittle, Jimmy Garoppolo. Y'all already know how it is. That's funny. That's interesting. I like that we won this game. It's definitely good when you beat old coaches and not get embarrassed how we did last year. This is a step forward. This shows that we're making progress. Even though we had people out, they had people out. The fact that we won this game at home, Marcus Mariota trusting himself and doing this without CP and A.J. Terrell going out and D Hall coming in there and doing what he need to do. That says a lot about the coaching right now, that they're getting better and that the players are getting better. They're getting confident. They're feeling like that Falcon team. So that 2012 with they cool and the boys, that felt like you felt like you was rocking with them. This team feels like it's getting back to them wanting to actually do something. They just not there for a paycheck. I feel the vibe when I'm in the stadium now. It actually feels like home. I told you it took me years. I still feel like the Dome was better, but it took me years to feel like, oh, it's a home game. I feel like they rocking with us. They want to win for us. Being in the stadium this season, I have that feeling that, wow, they actually care about what's going on. They want us to win. They feeling the energy of the crowd, and they doing it like Drew Brees used to say, for your team, for your city, for your home. And I really agree that we can do something. They just have to trust their talent. They have to trust the instincts, and we good, man. That's how I'll have to say on this. This was a good game. Next game, let's see who we play against. I think it's the Bengals. But that's all I have to say about this game, man. I'm glad to be able to watch it. I'm glad that we beat the 49ers. We used to own the freaking 49ers. Not back in the day, but probably like the 2008 to pretty much that last time we played them, we freaking owned the dang 49ers. But let me see. My bad, guys. I'm trying to see when the game is. I should have already knew what the heck was going on. Games. I think it is the Bengals, right? Just a little quick thing. Bengals, October 23rd. It's going to be in Cincinnati. Oh, okay. We're going to get some Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Oh, shoot. For AJ Terrell versus Jamar Chase. Now, this should be very, very interesting. This is going to be a great game. Okay. AJ, don't pull a hammy right now, dude. You got to go out there and play. I'm not going to be roasting you if you don't come back and play for that game. Oh, my God. So, AJ Terrell going against Jamar Chase. Oh, shoot, that Clemson versus LSU rivalry. They say he got dusted. I remember Drew used to always tell me all the time, oh, man, I don't want them to draft AJ Terrell. He got dusted in that game. But, hey, he in the field. They pros now. Jamar got a year on his belt. AJ Terrell got, 2-3 years? Dang, it's been that long? I don't know. But, anyway, we'll see how this goes. I'm happy we got the W. And I'm excited for that Bengals game. Usually, them Bengals games, our wide receivers have like some of the best games, and we usually win. I don't know when the last time we lost against the Bengals, to be honest. I can pull it up real quick, but good stuff. That's gonna be an exciting game to see Joe Burrow in Cincinnati, to see Jamar Chase versus AJ Terrell, and to really see what's going on. See if we can run down their throat. I don't even really remember too many players on the Bengals now. Like, I don't even know their players, guys. And I usually know a lot of people from every team, but I just know Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. But they still got that dude. Dang, what's that wide receiver, bro? He was really good, man. He was really good. What's that dude's name? Tyler Boyd. Before this game, I know this thing is over. Tyler Boyd is probably one of the most underrated receivers. I give him the most up credit. We have to watch out for that dude. This man can dust you. He can route you. So going into that game, they got T. Higgins too. Oh my gosh. We got to be careful next week. But anyway, Bengals versus Falcons all time. I don't remember losing against them, to be honest. Oh, I think we did. Lose against them. Alright, hold on, guys. Hold on. I think we did lose against them recently. Yeah, we lost them the last 2 times, man. Dang. That's tough. And 2014, 2018, so we ain't won against them since 2010, but we was dusting them for a while. Matt Ryan was like 6, and yeah. Dang, so we got to get that thing. The Cincinnati Bengals lead 9-5. So, hey, prove me wrong. So, hey, we gotta win this, man. We haven't did nothing this decade. So, let's go out there and get this W. I'll see you on the next one, man. I'm out. Shout out to Matt Ryan again. Like I said, 7 all time. Get another game-winning drive over there with the Colts. And having 42 completions in the game. Doing the franchise record over there. So, that includes Peyton Manning as well. No quarterback for the Colts. I think Johnny Unitas, all of them people over there in the Colts have never had 42 completions in the game. And shout out to my boy Matt Ryan. So over there with the Colts, over there with us. Shout out to Mariota finally getting yourself together. And hey, hopefully everybody gets healthy. CP and all the boys. Shout out to Caleb Huntley. AJ Terrell get healthy. We out, man.